Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Caleb here. Just going to do a quick video post, I guess, or almost a vlog on a particular quartet of stones, basically 8 stones. They are the see if I can get this to focus. Venev Industrial Diamonds dual-sided stones. This is the 80 and 150 grit combination. The arrow denotes which side is which, so this would be 80. The other would be 150. I've had them for maybe a month and a half now. I've had earlier series, didn't like those as much. This would be the 240 and 400 grit combination. The red salmon color would be the 800. I particularly like the 400 grit stone. And of course, your next step is 800 and 1200 grit, or 7 to 5 and 3 to 2 micron, I guess you'd say. And your finishers, if you wish to call it that, especially for knives, or a 3 to 2, another 1200 grit, or a 2000 grit, 0 to 1 micron on this side. I bought the widest variety of grits, so I have doubles of at least of the 1200. Just thought I would give my opinion on them. I like them. They're a bit touch slower cutting than their corresponding DMT counterparts, but you can resurface them. For instance, the 80 grit, I use a bit of ceramic, synthetic Negura, to dress. Should have soaked it first, or refresh the surface and to level it. I know that Venev encourages using loose grit, but I find it to be, as a straight razor honer, I find the loose grit to be terribly obnoxious, and this seems to refresh it. Once you raise a bit of slurry, it seems to cut away the rosin fairly fast, and your exposed fresh abrasive diamond. Of course, on the 150 side, I use this green silicone carbide that's not quite as hard as diamond, but I raise a cutting slurry on it and then work that slurry. You can see from the color, you should be able to see from the color, that it's mixed in with binder. It's not just the green silicone carbide 200 grit. This definitely does level the stone, so be careful. Don't waste your stone if you don't have to. Bring you a nice clog-free finish, and you can match your Negura if you order them through places online quite easily. Made a bit of a mess. With a little thought, you can obtain dressing stones to dress your Venev stones. Sorry, my video camera seems to be locked out of focus, so autofocus isn't working. Let's see if I can, oh, there it is. I unlocked it a bit. Yeah, my apologies for the video this far. Anyway, currently I'm quite enjoying them. Let me find something here to abrade. Here's some cheap steel. Parker Brothers fillet knife. Not terribly bad. They usually come fairly straight, by the way, if you get them on eBay. I don't really need to cut a bevel, so we'll go to 200. And I usually hand hold. I'm gonna have to move my video charging cord where I'll hit it. It's gonna fight me, it looks like. Terribly professional, right? What? This is going to drive me nuts until I get it out of the way, so. Oh dear. Well, if you can't beat them, unplug them. I don't plan on being here much longer. Anyway, this is the 240 grit side. I like to hand hone if if I'm really having to bear down, I'll put it on a bench, but I'm just gonna refresh this bevel. Use a half strokes. Controlling your pressure. Cuts fairly fast. One of the ways to be consistent freehand is to always start in the same spot and angle. I'm looking through the camera, and this is slowing me down a lot. It's a very nice edge. There's a little tooth. It's not even close to hair shaving sharp, but if you were to slice up a fish, this would be very satisfactory for fish flesh. At least here, what we have in Missouri. This is a lower grade stainless steel after all. It's probably middle 50s Rockwell. I'm not going to try to shave arm hair at 240 grit. Well, I wonder what it'll do. It'll pick a little off. But it's not going to be a comfortable shave, obviously. Anyway, just a little update. Put this back down into the bucket. I've got a whole list of knives to sharpen later, so maybe some of that will make it on video. Anyway, this is just a update video, I guess. A few have asked me what I thought of the Venevs. Get this hand and arm hair off the sink. My apologies. And I like them. I think they're a good tool. I think they're a little bit experience required, as it were. I do think that the 2000 and the 1200 is an excellent stone, especially if you're a carver, a wood carver. They're not cheap. These are the thicker 2 millimeters or a little more abrasives, and you definitely pay a hefty price for a sink full of stones like this. Just under 700 US, I think, is what you'd pay. They're definitely a long-term investment. If you're just getting into sharpening, I would say no. or perhaps buy the smaller Venevs. And by that I mean, sorry, I'm sorting through my stones here. You might consider the same kit, basically the same grits, but in the 1x6s. But that requires a better touch, should we say, if you're going to be holding it like that. Or you could snap them into an Edge Pro, I suppose. I'm not fond of the Edge Pro, but a lot of my friends are, so have at it. Either way, I like them. They're costly. They're not a low price system, and you need to know kind of what you're doing before you think about buying them, because you will put out quite the outlay in cash. And if you don't know how to dress and maintain them, keep them cutting and match the grits basically with your Naguras or your loose grits, you won't maximize the stone itself. You'll waste a lot of money. Well, folks, this has been Caleb. I hope you're all well. I hope this has been entertaining. It's just a little vlog or video log on the Venev stones, rosin bonded stones, and I will follow with some more knife sharpening probably later. Cheers.